We've already covered DeFi and CeFi in the first episode. Now, let's explore the advantages of DeFi over CeFi. 1. Autonomy. DeFi is independent. It operates outside centralized systems like banks or payment processors. In traditional finance, companies like Visa or MasterCard handle your transactions. However, it's not for free. Specifically, they charge merchants around 3% of the transaction amount as a processing fee. But do not be naive, merchants don't just absorb that cost. They build it into the price of goods or services you buy. So, in reality, you are paying that 3%, even if you don't see it on the receipt. In DeFi though, transactions happen directly between users through smart contracts. There is no MasterCard, no Visa, just a small gas fee paid to the network. CeFi is dependent. You don't transact directly. You hand control of your money to an intermediary, like a centralized exchange. They hold your funds, decide how and when transactions happen, and can even block or reverse them. Your ability to move your own money depends entirely on their approval. In short, DeFi puts you in control. CeFi keeps you dependent on someone else's system. 2. Transparency. DeFi is completely transparent. On-chain transactions are publicly available on apps such as Etherscan or DBank. Every single detail of these transactions, including amount of transfer, date of issuance, and gas fees, is easily accessible. In addition, decentralized applications' reserves and balances are public. Therefore, DeFi removes the need for blind trust in how an application manages its funds. CeFi is opaque. Users cannot see what happens behind the scenes. Funds, risks, and reserves are not transparently managed, so trust is required. However, there are instances where these factors are improperly handled. This can lead to devastating consequences, such as asset freezes, unfair ROIs, or even the loss of funds. One notorious example is the FTX crash. In 2022, one of the largest crypto exchanges of that time, FTX, unexpectedly went bankrupt following a massive withdrawal rush. None of the exchange's previous reports indicated such a possibility. This resulted in billions of dollars in customer assets being lost. 3. Accessibility. DeFi is borderless. Anyone with an internet connection and a crypto wallet can access DeFi services from anywhere in the world without needing permission or meeting geographic restrictions. Because access to centralized finance often depends on your location and local regulations, services may be unavailable in certain countries. For example, while Morocco bans trading crypto on centralized exchanges, a person there could still use DeFi protocols directly without going through intermediaries. To recap, DeFi gives you autonomy by letting you control your own money directly without relying on intermediaries. It offers full transparency since every transaction and reserve is visible on-chain, and it guarantees accessibility, allowing anyone with an internet connection to use financial services from anywhere in the world. That's why DeFi is considered such a revolutionary innovation. So now you know what DeFi is, what CeFi is, and some of the most important advantages decentralized finance has over centralized finance. Check out the next videos in the series to learn more about crypto.